Hello, everybody. I have here Enrique, Amanda, and me, Fernando. We're going to do, we're going to try to keep it simple. It's going to be a bit update for Monster. All right, so advertising management, campaign manager. Let's do bulk. Let's use the beta format, the new one. And we're going to start with 30 days. And let's get campaigns with no impressions. I want to see the placements. Okay, let me just look at these charts here. So let's use sales and ACOS past 30 days just to see how it looks like. All right, so the sales are starting to trend down and ACOS is trending up. So that's not the typical trend that we want to see. We want to see this trend upside down. We want to see sales up and ACOS going down. It would be like this here on March 26th. So you see sales are going up and ACOS is trending down. That's the trend that you want to see. So we're going to get data from 30 days and just try to see what we can do with that. All right, so let's request file. And let's just wait. That's all we do for now. We just wait for the file to be here.
Can you go back? Can you go back
Yes,
and see
I
that
can.
campaign? It's a new campaign. It has 748% ACOS.
Oh my God, what is that?
It's new.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's see what happened last past 7 days. It's new. All right, so let's see what happened yesterday. Yesterday, you only spend $9, no sales.
Yeah, 7 clicks is reasonable.
Yep.
Yeah. But
I think that
on the past 7 days,
I think it's
$112.
Yeah, I think it's a launch from Sunday. So that's Sunday.
Okay.
So
Okay, we're gonna
nothing to
take care of
worry.
this. All right, let's see if the file is ready. No, not yet. Wow.
It's a big account.
It is,
Big.
right? All right. And lots of launches too. So, but that's it. So let me see if I can do placement reports just from yesterday, just to see how the placements are doing.
Something that I was seeing inside the bulk operations, it's that we can make changes to the placements inside of it, and we can filter those and adjust them.
Here?
No, in the bulk operation.
Oh, yes. Yes. And here too. So let me see the placements reports really quick. Come on. It's taking a while to open it. Let's go back to the bulk. Still working on the bulk. Oh, the spreadsheet open up here in my other screen. So yes. So we have up and down bidding and fixed bids. So I kind of don't like using up and down bidding when the trend is upside down. So I would suggest us to remove the up and down for now. And let's see if I have here. Yeah, so I think we should remove up and down. Maybe there is like increments for top of search and product pages. We should remove them for now, just to get control back of the accounts. All right, let's see our bulk. And it's ready to download. So let's download this file.
Are we going to do also 7 days?
No, just this video, we're gonna keep simple 30 days. Then we're gonna explain what else can we do from there. Just to try to keep it simple. Otherwise, people are gonna go nuts with all the analysis, crazy analysis we do here. All right, so let's start with the bid strategy. And let's remove blanks, and I'm gonna put everything to down only. So down only, I'm going to copy those lines. It's a big file. And I'm going to create a new tab here with the new file. I'm gonna paste it here. So now everything is bids down only. And I'm gonna put the operation to update. Okay. Now let's see, now that we got this out of the way, let's see a percentage increase. So here on column Y, we have the percentage and we have some increases here. So let's set everything to 0. So this is going to be the placement product page on top of search. And let me just put everything here to 0. Let me copy this, go back to our file, create a new tab, put the changes here. So percentage, everything set to 0. And on column C, I'm gonna do operation update. So I can update all of them. All right, so next up, let's just remove these filters and let's start looking at high ACOS, low ACOS, clicks, high clicks and no sales. So I'm gonna create 4 columns here. First one's gonna be bids divided by CPC. Second one's gonna be my new bids. I'm gonna put a note here with the operation that I'm doing. And that's it for now. We can calculate max bids, but I don't wanna make this too complex. So I'm gonna select this, Control Shift, right and down, turn everything to number. And it's doing, and it's gonna be fast. Okay, that was fast. All right, so let's just get the campaigns that are enabled. So we have the campaigns here. Let's add a filter. Just the campaigns that are enabled, just the ad groups that are enabled. So remove pause and blanks. Let's look at state here. Just get the ones that are enabled. And the bids, let's just get the ones that have value that we can change the bids. All right, so now we were set up, convert this to number. Now we're set to start. Let's put ACOS descending. So all these guys here that have ACOS are the bad guys. What's the target ACOS for these accounts, Amanda? I cannot hear you.
You're muted, Amanda.
I'm sorry. It is 35.
35. Okay, so all these guys here are like 35 times 2, 70. So all these guys here are like way up. And these guys here, 35 plus 3, 38. These guys here, I'm gonna put them in orange because they're a little bit out of the curve, but these ones definitely are like almost more than double or very close to double. So these guys are the bad guys. So bid divided by CPC. Let's look at the bid column and divide it by CPC. And let's push this down. Oops, didn't go. So let me start from the bottom up.
What's the purpose of that, of bits divided by CPC?
The purpose is this. We want to see how is the bids, actual bids comparing to the cost per click that we're getting. So when you look at the high costs, here are the high costs. Everything that's above 1 or very close to 1, it's a bad deal for us because we're bidding very close to the CPC and we're going to keep this ACOS high. On the other hand, when you look at the guys with low ACOS, so is it 35, right? 35 minus 3, 32, so 32 down. 32 down would be the guys that have good ACOS. I'm gonna put them in yellow here so we can remember. So these guys, they have good ACOS. So when you look at that ratio, let me just put the freeze stop row here. So when you look at this ratio here for the good guys, the guys that have low ACOS, if we are below 1, that means we're not bidding high enough. So this will be like an example here. We're not bidding high enough. We're not bidding high enough. So when looking at low ACOS, you want a number that's bigger than 1. When looking at high ACOS, you want a number that's smaller than 1. All right. Okay. So all these guys that are here, let me just expand this. So all these guys that are here, I'm going to lower them by 50%. So I'm going to multiply by 0.5. And I'm going to get all these guys to 50%. And I'm going to put here a note 50% off. So I'm doing a reduction of 50% on these guys because they're like completely off targets. Now, when I start coming here, I'm going to start giving less discounts till I reach my on targets. So here's going to be on targets. And on targets, what I do is put 3% up and 3% down. So these are going to be my on target. Everything that's 3% up from 35 and 3% down of 35 is going to be on targets, including these two here. Let me just get these guys out of the way. Yes, so to get to 50% off to on targets, I'm going to reduce the discounts. So for example, here, I'm going to multiply CPC by times 0.6. So that would be a 40% discount. So multiplying by 0.6, I'm doing a 40% discount. I'm going to do the same thing with all these guys that are around 60s. So they're all going to be 40% discounts. Here, I'm going to do a 30% discount. So I'm going to multiply that by 0.7. And this is going to be 30% off. And I'm going to do that with all these guys around the 50s. Oops, and okay, good. This one too. Now here I'm getting to 48, so I'm going to do a 20% discount. So I'm going to multiply that by 0.8, and I'm going to put here 20% off. So these guys are getting less discounts as they move closer to my target ACOS. Come on, my Excel is not working well. Let me just close some applications here. Because my Excel is like, don't want to work with me anymore. Come on, stop thinking. We're live on YouTube. Don't do that with me. Okay. So this one's going to be 20% off. Okay, I'm getting too close. So now I'm going to do a 10% off by multiplying that by 0.9. And this is going to be a 10% off. And as I get closer and closer, I'm going to do a 5% off. So I'm going to multiply that by 0.95. And this is going to be a 5% off. So the way we did this is like we started giving a 50% discounts, and then we build a ladder, reducing the discounts till we get on targets. Once we get on targets, I'm just going to keep that as CPC. So all these guys here are going to be equal to CPC. You're going to keep that on targets. And from here, we're going to start boosting now. Instead of trimming, reduction, we're going to start boosting. And my Excel stopped again. Okay, so this is going to be times 1.1. And I'm going to say boost 10%. And I'm going to do all the way to 25. And from here, I'm going to do a boost 20%. And I'm going to do that all the way to 19. And 19, I'm going to do a boost 30%. And we're being very general here because we have products that are, some of them are launching, some of them are already cash calls. And we're treating them all together with the same target ACOS. In reality, we don't do that. So let me just go back up. And So I took care of everything that had sales here. I went from boosting these guys, keeping on targets, and then increasing the discounts for the guys that had high ACOS. Before I make the changes, I just want to see orders descending, because I want to see these guys. These guys had too many orders. I'm going to put that in yellow here. Because they had too many orders, they're driving too many sales. I want to be a little less aggressive on them. So I'm going to mark them in green here. So for example, here we kept on targets, right? So maybe instead of keeping on target, we should boost it 10%. Here we gave a 10% off. So maybe we should not give anything, just keep it as it is and tell it on targets. Here we did a 40% off. So let's do a 30% off. Let's be less aggressive here with these guys because they're driving too many sales. Here we have boosted 10%. Let's boost it 20%. Here is on targets. I'm going to increase then 10%. So I'm going to say boost 10%. Here I boosted 20%. So I'm actually going to change that to 30%. Oops, it was here. So here's going to be a 30%. Here was a 30% off. I'm going to change that to a 20% off. Here was on targets. I'm going to give it a boost of 10%. Boost 10%. Okay. So now I got all these guys here. I'm going to copy from here. I'm going to go to my spreadsheet, create a new tab, paste all my information here. I'm going to get the new bid that I calculated. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste here on the bid column. I'm going to mark this as in yellow just to show me that I've completed this, and operation updates. Good. Now that we took care of high cost, low cost, let's look at high clicks and no sales. So going back here, I'm going to filter orders to 0, and I'm going to go clicks descending. And you can do that by high clicks, like these guys here, they look like they have too many clicks, more than 20 clicks. And you can also do that by spend. So you can sort by spend too, and take a look at these guys. They're having too much spend, and you can do something about it. I'm just going to do clicks for now. So you see, bid divided by CPC is above 1, so it means we're still pushing these guys harder. This one is a 50%. So it means that we reduced that already, but these two are already pushing them to keep getting clicks and not making sales. So let's do a new bid here. This is going to be CPC by 50%. It's going to be a 50% off. All of those 4 here, I'm going to do a 50% off. Maybe these guys, I can do like a 20% off. So let me put that in orange here. And I'm going to do just a 30% off by multiplying that by 0.7. 0.8, 20% off. So those are going to be 20% off. Okay, so let me just copy these rows here, put on my new file. And copy the new bits that I calculated. Copy that, put them here on the new bits, mark them as yellow, and don't forget operation updates. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it for now. The way to go up to continue this, you would go to sponsor brands, and here in sponsor brands, you're gonna turn on the filters with everything that's enabled. So it would create the 3 columns here. Would be like bid divided by CPC, new bids, and your notes. And you would turn filter and put only enabled here. And what else? Status, states, only enabled here. And also bids, just remove everything that's blank. And you can copy this, transform this to number, transform this block here to numbers too. and then you would start calculating the same thing that we did to sponsor products here. And the same thing with sponsor display. You would come to sponsor display, you'd add the 3 columns here. So bids divided by CPC, new and notes, turn on the filter, put ad group only enabled, campaign only enabled, and states only enabled, and bids, remove the blanks. And now you would transform this to convert to number, get all this block here, convert this to number, and you would be ready to do your operations here. You can sort by ACOS descending, and you can do all your operations here. Don't forget to everything that you update here when you calculate a new bid, you have to paste your new bids in the bid column, and you have to put the operation updates so you can update the spreadsheet. So that's would be the next steps that we would do in this spreadsheet. Okay, let's go back to my spreadsheets. So in the first step here, what I did here was down only. So that was my operation, and I put the update here. The second spreadsheet would be placements, top of search and product page. I set everything to 0, and the updates column here. My third tab, I was doing high ACOS and low ACOS. So everything that had orders, I took care of trimming and boosting the targets. I copied my bids here, and I put the operation updates here. And on the sheet 4, I had high clicks and no sales. So these are guys that had no orders. I calculated new bids for them, paste them on the bid column, and also put the operation updates. I'm gonna save this. And of course, you would do sponsor brand and sponsor display as well. So Monster, bulk SP, 30 days, 2022, 04/20. And let's just upload this file and see if that works. So I'm going to go back to my bulk operations, choose file, and start uploading these spreadsheets. So is that what we do here at MAG? No, what we do is a little more complex because we're comparing date range. So we do that operation, but we actually work with multiple bulk files so we can compare how the targets are moving around time. And from there, we can compare to other status, and we can decide the final bid. But that would be like easy way to do a bulk operation and make sure your targets are getting to where you want to go. So right now I have 2,275 rows processed. If something was wrong, I've noticed this mistake when running beta files. Sometimes you get an error here, and what you have to do is separate your tabs and upload it then one by one, so they would work. So now I'm gonna save my files. I mean, I can continue doing sponsor brand after this video. Okay, guys, what do you think? Good?
Great, Fernando. Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. You guys know how to do this. I don't know what you're thanking me for. All right, so
Seems good.
that's gonna be our video on bulk 2.0 bid updates. Simple way just to people that want to get started. All right, thank you guys.
Perfect.
See ya, bye-bye.
Bye bye.